Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Beat the Book. As always, I am your boy Big Al Better. We got our NBA February 25th video. This one's coming out to you guys kind of late, so hopefully you guys are able to see it before the games start. But anyway, we got a full slate of games. We got 6 games on the slate for you guys today. We put out 2 videos so far, going through the full slate of games. We're 57% on our picks so far. That's player props, over unders, and spreads all included together. 57% hit rate, which is profitable. So it's pretty solid. Our locks of the day, the shorts we put out since the All-Star break, were 2 and 3, so not looking great there. We're hoping to bounce back, get back to 50% today, and then go on a bit of a run. But anyway, if you guys are new, welcome into the channel. This is Beat the Book. We do NFL, NBA, we do some NHL, all sports betting, all picks for you guys. So anyway, without wasting too much time, let's go ahead and hop into this slate. Like I said, we got 6 games. First game of the day, Thunder taking on the Pistons. Thunder are at the Pistons. Pistons are the home team. They're minus 10.5 here. Thunder are plus 10.5. Over under set at 219.5. As far as this game goes, obviously the Pistons are a really good team. Both these teams have the same record. It's the number 1 seed in the East versus the 1 seed in the West. We're going to be on the Thunder here, plus 10.5. I understand you don't have Shea. Chet's probably not going to play. No Jalen Williams still. So the Thunder are a little bit down, and the Pistons are full strength. But I was looking through the Pistons' last couple games when they play the tough teams. Like, they're beating them, but they're not necessarily beating them by a lot. Obviously, they're coming off that loss to the Spurs the other day. The Thunder obviously had their problems with the Spurs, but they didn't even lose by this many points to them just the other day, and that Spurs team beat the Pistons. So I just feel good with the Thunder here. It's a lot of points, 10.5 feels like a ton, right? I get it. They're on the road. The Pistons are at home, and they're healthy. So if you guys like the Pistons, I'm not trying to talk you off of it. I'm just giving you guys my picks. I like the plus 10.5 here with the Thunder. It feels like a lot of points. We get a bit of a cushion. As far as the over-under is concerned, I like the over here. The Pistons games have a lot of them going to the overs lately. Obviously, they play really good defense, so do the Thunder, but I don't think the Thunder are going to slouch around here. I think they're going to come into play, and they're going to put up some points. And honestly, we don't need a ton of points to hit an over here. I mean, 220 isn't too – I mean, that's not crazy, right? You need one team to get – both teams get to 110, and we got it, right? And that's not – I don't think that's too hard to ask from these teams. The Pistons should play really good, especially on their home court. They should be making their threes, which is kind of why they lost that other game the other night. They just couldn't make their threes against the Spurs. If they make their threes this time because they're at home, I expect it to go a little bit better. As far as a player prop for this game, I'm looking at Duncan Robinson. His line's 12 points. He's been averaging 14 in their last 10 games. Obviously, he had that bad game against the Spurs. He went 3 of like 11, I think, from 3. So, but I don't expect him to do that again. That's just a bad shooting night. So, give me Duncan Robinson here for 12 points. That's just 4 threes, and if he makes a couple 2s in there, I think he can get that. So, I like Duncan Robinson for 12 points. That's your player prop there. Next game, we got the Spurs. Speaking of the Spurs, taking on the Raptors. They're on the road. They're 7.5 point favorites. Raptors are plus 7.5 at home. It's a big number, but I think we're just going to roll with the Spurs here. They've been really good to us as far as from a betting standpoint this whole season. Obviously, they've won a ton of games, so that helps. But they don't just win; they cover. Spurs, pretty healthy coming into this one. Raptors, pretty healthy coming into this one as well. But the Spurs are a dominant team right now. They just took down the Pistons the other night. So we don't think they can go into the Raptors and take them down when they just took down the Pistons. It seems like a pretty good deal for us. So we're going to be on the Spurs here, minus the 7.5. As far as an over-under on this one, we're going to be on an over again, 229.5. The Spurs just score tons of points. So then if the other team just sort of keeps up, you usually get an over. So we're going to be on the over here, 229.5. They've scored over 118.5. The Spurs line, one of the props I like for this game is the Spurs total over. Their line set at 118.5. They've done this in 6 of their last 7 games. Like, they've just been dominant. Just scoring, they get to 120, 119, 123, 132. Like, they just get over this number. So one of the player props I like is not player prop, but the team prop I like. Spurs total over 118.5 feels like a good spot here. And if they get to 118.5, that just means we need the Raptors to get to 111, and we'll be right on this over-under. So that's set at 229.5. So that's what I like there, over and the Spurs. As far as the 2 player props I like, the same player, Stephon Castle. I like him for 7 assists. He's been just absolutely active, and he's been balling out of control. He's one of my favorite players, honestly, to watch on the Spurs team. And then I like him for 16 points. He's been scoring 15, like, very consistently. I think he can get to 16 points tonight. That's what his line said. That's minus 102 on DraftKings. So Stephon Castle, 7 assists, which is his line 6.5. So you just take the over on his line. And then Stephon Castle, 16 points. I like both of those lines. And then Spurs over 118.5 are the 3 props I like for this game. Moving on, we got the Warriors at the Grizzlies. 3.5 is the spread. The over/under is set at 225.5. These guys did just play a couple days ago. I think it was, I say a couple days. It was like February 11th or something like that. It was a 1-point game. Believe the Warriors won it 114 to 113. But I like the Warriors here, minus 3.5. Obviously, you still don't have Steph. Draymond's a game-time decision. Al Horford should be playing. Porzingis is out. Melton's out. There's a bunch of players out for the Warriors. They're just a banged-up team right now. But at the Grizz are also a banged-up team. No Ja Morant. Obviously, Jaren Jackson got shipped out of town before the trade deadline. So give me the Warriors here. I just think they're the better coach team. Obviously, we saw them beat that Nuggets team, which was just a shock because the Nuggets were pretty healthy, aside from Aaron Gordon, who's been out for the last 2 months, it feels like. But yeah, give me the Warriors here -3.5. I like the coaching. I am a Warriors fan, but it seems like too good of a side. It's 3.5 points for a reason when they're on the road. Over under, like I said, 225.5. I like the over here. I just think the Warriors players are going to play good. The Grizz role players should be able to score points at home. And the last time they played, it was 114-113, which isn't over to this number. That's 227. And you assume the Grizzlies will play better at home than they did on the road in Golden State. So yeah, for that reason, I like the over. As far as player props, I like Podziemski here under his line of 17.5. Last time they played, they were in Golden State. He had 16, and he's only hit 18 once in the last, 8 of their last 9 games. He stayed under this number, and when he did get over this number, it was to 18, which is literally just the hook on this. So I like Podziemski under 17.5. He'll play a ton of minutes, and he'll shoot a bunch of shots, but I don't think he gets to 18 points. And then Al Horford, I like him for 12 points. He's done this in 3 of his last 6 games, so he's 50% on hitting this number. He was 1 of 3, I think, from 3 playing these guys last time. If he shoots 4 or 5 threes and he makes 2 or 3 of them, we're almost all the way there. And we know he's going to get rebounds. We know he's going to be in the paint doing his thing. So give me Horford for 12 points. That's where his line's set at. And I think, provided he gets the playing time, which he's been getting lately, I think he'll get it. He'll get this number. Moving on, we got the Cavs taking on the Bucks. Spread's 3.5. Cavs are favored on the road. Over under sit at 222.5. I like the Cavs here -3.5. You're not going to have Evan Mobley today. You're not going to have Donovan Mitchell today. Harden's a game time decision, but they're expecting him to play. Yes, he fractured his thumb. But Jared Allen's going to play. He's going to play. Max Strus has still been out, but he's been out for a while. I just like this Cavs squad. James Harden's a beast. Obviously, we know that he's been averaging like 22 to 25 points a game with the Clippers, and then since he's come to the Cavs, he's just picked up right where he left off. So I think Harden, Jared Allen, and then Sam Merrill and Dean Wade, those boys, I think they can get the job done against this Bucks team who still don't have Giannis. And 3.5 isn't even a lot to ask for. They've only lost 1 game since James Harden got there, so I don't expect them to lose this one against a beat-down Bucks team. So yeah, give me the Cavs here -3.5. And then as far as an over/under 222.5, I think it's just too low. It's 222. I understand Donovan Mitchell's not there, but the Cavs just play in high-scoring games. So give me the over here. It feels like a great spot for us. And then as far as your player props for this one, I like Jared Allen at 19+ points. He's been a beast lately. Obviously, 2 games ago or 3 games ago, he had that 25-point game. He's just been scoring a ton. And with Mobley out, I think that's why he's kind of had the run he's been on, because Mobley's missed a bunch of time. Mobley's still missing time, so I think because he's not playing in this game. So give me James Harden with a little 2-man game with Jared Allen. I think he can get in the paint, get some dunks, get some rebounds, get some putbacks, and get some alley-oops from James Harden. So give me 19+ points for Jared Allen. And then give me Bobby Portis for 6+ rebounds. He's averaging almost 7 a game. So the fact his line is a little under that at 6, it feels great to me. So give me Bobby Portis for 6+ rebounds. I think he'll get in there and be active. Moving on, we got 2 games left. We got the Kings at the Rockets. Spread is 13.5, big number. Over under sit at 221.5. I like the under in this game. This is the one under out of the slate. For whatever reason, I just tend to lean toward the overs. But it's not that I go into it wanting to. I look at what they've scored, what they've been scoring, what their opponents have been scoring, and the math's up for me to take an over. But anyway, for this one, I like the under. The Kings aren't a good team. They've barely gotten to 100 points. I think they've gotten to 100 points once in their last 5 games. So I expect them to stay under 100 points. And if the Rockets are going to win by 15 or 20, which I think they will, that gives us a cover. So we're on the Rockets -13.5 here at home. Especially Rockets are better at home than they are on the road anyway. So give me a -13.5, and then as far as the over/under, like I said, under 221.5 feels right to me. Just because I don't think the Kings are even going to break 100. So if they don't break 100, then you need the Rockets to get to 121, or I guess they'd have to get to 122 or more just for us to hit this over. So I like the under here. And once the Rockets have a big lead, I don't think they're just going to be like, oh, let's go score and run up. If they get to 130, then we're in the danger zone. But if they stay under 130, I'm going to feel pretty confident with this one staying under. The Rockets played these guys 3 times already. The Kings have actually won 2 of them, but those were a couple months ago. And then the Rockets won those were both in Sacramento. And then when the Rockets played them earlier on in the season, they won by almost 30 points when they played at home. So I think that's pretty much what's going to happen again. So give me the -13.5. Give me the under. As far as player props, I like the under for the Kings on their team line. It's 103.5 is their line. I like the under. And I like the over for Houston. Their line set at 118.5. So, like I said, I think the Rockets are going to get into the 120s, and I think the Kings stay under 100. So I like the under for the Kings, the over for Houston, and then I like Durant for 25+ points. That's pretty much what his line's at. But he's just been a beast this year. He's been killing it, and he's averaging 25 a game. So give me 25 for Durant against a beat-up, banged-up Kings team. Moving on, final game of the day. It should be the best game of the day, obviously, or honestly. Even though Thunder Pistons should be good and Spurs Raptors should be good, but I think this one's the best game. Celtics at the Nuggets. Spread is 3.5. Nuggets favored at home. Over under set at 228.5. Like I said, the only under I had on my slate was Kings Rockets. We're going to be on the over here. Nuggets games just go over. They're all 5 of their games, their last 5 over this number. Celtics we know can score, but it's hard to stop Jokic and the boys. But they don't play good defense. So if your opponents can score more than you, they're going to win the game. So give me the Celtics here plus 3.5. Their only loss recently was to the Cavs, and I think that was the Cavs. Or I might be thinking of the Nuggets, whatever. I like the Celtics here plus 3.5. The Nuggets haven't really been beating good teams. They beat teams, but they're not beating like the best of the best teams. And the Celtics are obviously the 2 seed in the East. So give me the Celtics here plus 3.5. I like getting points with them. They could lose this game by 1, 2, or 3, but I think they can win this game straight up. So give me the Celtics plus 3.5. Give me the over because the Celtics are going to be able to keep up with the Nuggets. And then for your player props, I like Christian Brown for 12 points in that game against Golden State. He had 12 points almost in the first quarter. It was just feed from Jokic. He's back cutting to the basket, getting dunks. Christian Brown's a beast. So give me Brown for 12 points, and it's like minus 105 right now on DraftKings. And then give me Jaylen Brown for 30 points. He's plus money for this, but he's been averaging like 29 a game. So I don't think it's too big of an ask for him to get to 30 points. So that's what I like for those player props. That's pretty much all I got for you guys. I'll have the Lock of the Day video coming out here pretty soon. It's just the short, on the channel. So go check that out as far as what the Lock of the Day is going to be. But that is all I got for you guys. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. Tell your friends about it if they do gamble on NBA. And yeah, like I said, that's pretty much all I got for you guys. And I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.